Welcome to another episode of Talking Nerdy in the Bedroom with
Corey,
KJ,
and Mike.
And we're all back together. Is this 3 weeks in a row?
Something
I feel
like
proud
that.
of you guys. And Corey wanted to bitch out today, just so you know.
I didn't want to bitch out.
Yeah,
I gave you the
upset
option.
Tummy.
I would have bitched out if you'd have bitched out.
You bitches.
We get sick of talking to you.
Then stop talking to me. How many text messages
Oh, I
do
did that
have?
as an option. You want to go, Mike?
Screw you guys. I'm going home.
Yeah.
Which is a nice little segue, because Corey hasn't finished The Witcher yet because he sucks, and Corey doesn't like Twisted Metal because he really sucks.
It's
I
just,
would have talked about Twisted Metal without him. We should have just done that.
We're
That's what I
going
said.
to, but on a day where he just randomly doesn't show up. Then we have a topic.
I wouldn't like it. Is it good, Des?
I didn't say I don't like it. I just said I didn't like get that into it. So
Have you ever played Twisted Metal?
I played it like once, but neither has he.
I've
really.
only played it twice, and I still love the show. It doesn't take itself seriously.
To
it
be fair,
falls
did
to the wall.
Twisted Metal have a story? I thought it was just a bunch of cars driving.
No, it had
around
a story.
shooting
Each
other.
got a-
car
it's got a
that you
story
drove had its own individual story with the
okay.
character driving it, and the TV show has some of that.
All right. Well, fuck that anyway. Let's talk about South Park.
Yes, we will be talking about South Park mostly because Corey sucks, but also because I think we've discussed talking about South Park before and just haven't gotten to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is crazy because they're on their, 26
They finished season 26. That was fucking awful. Back in like February or March or something. Yeah. You could definitely tell that they're not as focused on it now as they used to be because they don't need it. Like they've got Book of Mormon that's on Broadway that has won so many awards that I still want to see. I've heard nothing but good things about it.
Book of Mormon musical.
Yeah. Did you ever watch the Mormon episode of South Park?
Yeah.
And it's fantastic.
Dum dum
Dum,
dum
dum,
dum
dum,
dum.
The fact that that's a real fucking story is crazy to me.
So if you take any religion and you explain it like that, it's gonna sound stupid.
How else would you explain that? That's what they believe. They believe that he found this tablet,
Right.
that he had somebody transcribe it.
Yeah.
His wife was like, sounds suspicious. And then we've lost it. Let's go talk to him, see if he can recreate it. He can't. He comes up with a new one because he said God is upset that they lost the first one. So we're going to do a whole new tablet.
Yeah, but
Dum dum dum
all right.
dum.
The issue with Mormon with it though is not that it's at more far fetched than any other religion.
Oh no, religion is all dumb. Period.
It's just that it happened so recently that like your grandfather could be like, "Oh yeah, that was bullshit."
I agree. It's not so unless you're grown up in it, like most people have with other religions. It's not ingrained in you. You're not indoctrined into religion.
I was gonna say, like, Moses got his information from a bush that was on fire.
Yeah, I know. That's
I
fucking
just always
crazy.
assumed that was a prostitute, but
I thought, yeah, he went to Ireland.
it's raining real hard. Yeah, and then it's funny you say the tablet thing because literally the 10 Commandments were found on stone.
Well, that was
tablets.
supposed to be part of Mormonism. They found another tablet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fucking stupid.
Yeah.
And then Scientology, even stupider, although also
Well,
everything's
Scientology to me is the most insane of all because
it's the newest?
No, not because it's the newest, because it's the guy who wrote the
Is a
book that
science
it's based
fiction
on
writer?
is a science fiction writer who never claimed to be like a prophet or anything. So it's like if I started like I love Tolkien,
Choreology.
and now I'm just gonna be like Lord of the Rings religion is real. Gandalf's an angel. Like,
there probably is a Lord of the Rings
Yeah, there's
religion.
probably, but
Yeah.
it's not widely adopted by every
and
celebrity
it doesn't
in
probably
California.
have like the Fed, what is that called? The IRS.
So there's
You got
also
Tom
like
Cruise.
there's like a weird understory with Scientology too, right? Like, don't they like?
they believe in aliens.
No.
and-
Like, as far as like the actors part of it, like they pay like millions of dollars for these actors to like find movies and stuff. Like they prop them up.
Well,
Well,
then
they want to
have
keep
a
them in
network.
the
part of
limelight.
Scientology.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
want to keep them in the limelight to make Scientology
Yeah, but it's
seem-
like more like a deal. It's not like they're like, oh, I'm a Scientologist. It's like they make a backdoor deal with them to do X, Y, and Z, and then they'll promote their religion. It's not really. It's more like
I don't know. I think Tom Cruise.
Well, Tom
he'll-
Cruise is a full-on Scientology
He believes he'll
believer.
be able to fly if he gets his, what are they called? Midichlorians?
It's,
Up or something?
yeah, it's whatever his
That's
level
Jedi.
is,
I know.
like in the group.
I can't remember
Yeah,
what
I
they're
don't
called.
But it's just, yeah, it's dumb. They did the Scientology episode too. South Park did a lot, which was great.
Well, that's the thing.
Trapped in a Closet episode.
Was that the episode? Was it Isaac
two of them.
Isaac Hayes, was he
he was a Scientologist, yeah, and they made fun of him. That's the guy who voiced Chef.
They didn't make fun of him. They made fun of Scientology.
That's what I meant.
So then he left the show.
Yeah,
and then they have that whole episode where it's pre-recorded, pre-recorded lines from Chef that they're trying to bring him back, but he's like hypnotized.
The Super Adventure Club.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
and. He wasn't very happy that they were making fun of. He was fine with them making fun of any other religion, but making fun of his, that was too far.
Well,
no, that's not how that can work.
I'm not saying that's acceptable. I'm just saying, that's how it. Like, you didn't expect them to make fun of yours,
right? Yeah, they're making fun of everything else. They'll leave mine alone.
Yeah,
no, that's crazy. But yeah, they make fun of that obviously with the Closet episode, and then they do a full episode about basically Scientology, where I think it's Stan.
Stan is the reincarnation of L. Ron Hubbard.
Yes, that's what it is.
And then he says, I love how that ends, is like the president of Scientology or whatever, is like trying to get him to write a new thing. And he's like, I think it should be free for everyone. And he's like, what?
Well, the fact that you have to pay more money to level up in Scientology is so fucking weird.
Yeah.
Like, that's not how that works, or it should work in general. Like, if it was an actual thing.
It works in capitalism, actually.
No. You can't pay more money to level up.
Yeah.
If I have a job, I can't pay more money to go into a higher job.
No, you pay more money to be in the middle class. And then you pay more money when you're in the upper class.
Are you talking about tax-wise?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can pay more money to level up in the government.
I can't get a job in the government, which we have.
No, I mean politics.
Oh, well, yeah.
If I have $1 billion and you have $100,000, I'm getting elected.
Not 100%, but yeah.
100%.
No, not 100%. There's people that have done the grassroots things and gotten elected over people that have spent thousands upon hundreds of thousands of dollars on elections.
You won't survive to the election.
Yeah, I was gonna say, with $1 billion, you can make your opponent disappear.
I would like to honor my opponent, who was sadly committed suicide by being shot 9 times in the back.
Oh, what is that?
Let's analyze that. Yeah.
Well, it wasn't.
Or this. I forget which one's second. It's Jelly. He goes, Jelly, what happened with your court case? And he's like, 2 of the witnesses recanted and the 3rd died. Oh, what happened? Oh, he committed suicide. How? Stabbed himself 9 times in the back and threw himself off a bridge. Fucking love it.
It's so good. Billy Crystal, Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
Hard to beat. Lisa Kudrow, too.
Yeah.
But all right. So, yeah, South Park. When did you guys first start watching this? Were you one of the... Because this was when we were kids.
4th grade or 4th grade? It was.
Yeah.
Dude, I have all the original, first 10 seasons on DVD.
I was young. I don't remember when it came out.
97.
So I definitely didn't watch the first season, but then I did because I started watching it after.
The old ones.
Yeah, I think I was probably 10 or something.
I watched Comedy Central anyway.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It had, I'm trying to think what was on then. Was Crank Yankers at that point?
No, not way back then.
The Man Show.
The Man Show.
The Man Show was, yeah.
Loved
Crank Yankers was pretty close to that.
Crank Yankers was in the 2000 something.
Okay.
Yeah, this started in 97, so you'd be talking about season 6 or so by the time Crank Yankers came out, if not later.
Trying to remember what else was on Comedy Central.
Daily Show.
There was a sketch comedy show.
They also came out with a video game for N64.
They did.
So the snowball thrown.
They've actually have multiple video games.
Yeah.
I have a list that we're going to talk about later because I wonder which ones you guys have played.
None of them.
It's really haven't played the new one. We'll talk about it.
I haven't gotten to it.
But anyway, so you started watching it right away that you can remember, season 1?
Yeah.
Okay.
The pilot episode.
I remember the pilot episode, but I didn't watch it when it came out. I watched it 3 years later.
The pilot. So I definitely remember watching it and being like, this is fucking weird. This show is stupid. And I don't know, I was a kid anyway, so I don't you said 97, so it was 9.
Was pilot episode where Cartman gets probed by aliens?
Yeah,
Cartman gets an anal probe is the name.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I remember specifically watching this. Like, this is fucking stupid. I want to watch it again.
Well, at that time, so if you're talking about 97, you were 9?
9.
9 years old? Yeah. I don't think I started until I was around like 11 or so. And it's only because...
So I would have been 15 at that time.
What? No. Matt loved that show, and Matt got me into that show. And like he had to hide it from his grandparents who he lived with because they didn't like it. So he would just tell them that he's watching a cartoon, and then anytime that they would come in to check on him, he'd have to either like change the channel or mute it so they could just see that it's a cartoon but not understand how terrible that show is for kids.
It just has so many good one-liners that are just fantastic.
Yeah. I will say it felt like it got better with one-liners as it went.
It got more political as time went.
No, it's political right in the beginning. It is.
But they just have like different episodes that have nothing, like they're not centralized. Like the one where I know like Al Gore is like they're going against the
Man Bear Pig?
Well, no, like they're fighting for green,
like climate change.
Change. Yeah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, so they're like fighting for climate or against climate change. What do you even call that?
They're making fun of Al Gore and
with Man Bear Pig.
Yeah,
but like the best part, like when like is like a volcano that's erupting or whatever, and they have like that 1950s video. Duck and cover, and like the lava goes up and over them. Dude, that's like one of my favorite.
That's
ones.
like episode 2, I think.
Let's put it this way.
I think it's. Like
I think
there's episode 2 called Volcano.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Duck and cover.
For a long time, they would make political commentary, but it wasn't like a focal point of a season.
Yeah.
Then as they went on, like during the Trump administration, it became a fucking focal point where it's like the whole Mr. Garrison was Donald Trump throughout the whole season. He's constantly coming back up. Which
I feel like in the first couple seasons...
Caitlyn Jenner.
Buckle up, buckaroos.
Buckle up, buckaroo.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good and terrible at the same time.
Yeah. But
so
I know what
she
you mean.
actually did that though, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she hit somebody.
But it was Bruce.
Yeah.
It was Bruce at the time.
It was in her alter ego.
I can't remember who said it. There's a great Comedy Central roast. It might have been Nikki Glaser.
Did something for transgender, but did nothing for women.
Whoever it is says, Caitlyn Jenner's here. She had a great year. Was very influential for trans women. Made huge strides for them. Not so much for women drivers. That's a good one.
Yeah, it's so good. But yeah, I will say I would say more towards the Trump time. So when was that? 90? Not 90. 2000.
Not even close.
2016? Yeah, 16 to 20.
Yeah.
I will say, those got heavily into politics. They still had episodes that had nothing to do with politics. But since season 1, they were in politics. But I agree, it wasn't entire
a focal
season.
Point. It was just like every once in a while they'd have an episode.
And they're also very like episodic too. Like they don't
used to be.
Right, that's what I'm saying. At the beginning, it was like one episode had nothing to do with anything else. And then it started to becoming more fluid, like a story.
Yeah, there was no continuity.
Right.
They just did episodes and had fun with it. And then like 4 or 5 years ago, there was a season and we watched an episode. I remember Matt and I watched an episode, talked about it. And then the next episode, the next week, like followed that episode. And we're like, what the fuck? When did they start doing this? When was there continuity? Like, they kind of had a little continuity when they had
some episodes.
Well, if it had a part 1 and a part 2.
Imagination Land,
yeah. Pandemic. Or,
Xbox versus PlayStation.
Yeah. Is that the Lord?
No, that's when he freezes himself and goes to the future, right?
Yeah. The no, that's not.
No, the Xbox versus PlayStation. I'm pretty sure is also the Lord of the
Rings.
No.
Xbox versus PlayStation is it Lord of the Rings? No, the Lord of the Rings episode is when they have the porn tape. The porn tape.
Yeah, the porn tape. But that's
they
only
might
one
have
episode.
done Lord of the Rings again, but I thought it was Game of Thrones.
No, they did it in like the video game.
No, it's Game of Thrones.
Yeah,
Xbox versus PlayStation because Randy is the Night's Watch at the mall.
Yeah. And they keep talking in the garden, and that guy keeps yelling at them.
Get out of my garden! And fucking Kenny is Daenerys.
Daenerys, yeah. But yeah, so those episodes, have had, but they're part
Floppy
1, part 2,
wiener.
part 3.
That was good.
Those were fine, but for the most part, you'd watch one episode and the next episode literally had nothing to do with it. Somebody would have died in that episode, but they're back alive here.
Well, that's Kenny. That's like from the beginning.
Yeah, that is
so
Kenny.
What I might be skipping ahead to things you already had planned, but if you had to pick one episode as your favorite, or maybe like if it's a 3-part thing, then
there's one episode that sticks out in my mind. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's the one that sticks out the most because I was watching it for the first time with my buddy Matt at my grandfather's house, and it was just us there. My grandfather walked in like halfway through the episode, and it is Canada's on strike. And there's a part of it, and that's the I'm not your buddy guy, I'm not your guy friend, I'm not your friend buddy. But it's also, there's a part where Ike, the little brother of Kyle, is holding up a sign that says honk if you support Canada. And this couple drives by, slows their car down, and honks the horn. And then that's when my grandfather walked in. And then the guy in the car looks to his wife and goes, "Oh, see, I've done a good deed. Now I can go home and make love to your ass." And I was just like, yeah, that makes sense. That's good timing.
Yeah. And so it's even more awkward because you were making love to Matt's ass at the time.
But no, so that episode sticks out the most to me. But Imagination Land is one of those.
Imagination Land is fucking great.
If you could say the title properly, sure.
Imagination Land.
Yeah, that's not how you said it.
Okay, I don't know what I said then.
But yes, it just has so many moments and callbacks to other seasons.
Yeah.
That is fantastic.
I love when they call, is it Stan, and they have him on the phone from Imagination Land. And he's like, "I don't think I can do it." And he goes, "Hold on, I got somebody here who wants to talk to you." "Hey, Stan, it's Luke Skywalker here." When I was going up against the Death Star, I was nervous too.
That's also the episode with Cartman's dry balls.
Yes.
Yeah.
My balls are dry.
They're so dry.
And then at the end, when they decide that imaginary characters are real.
Well, fake. At the end, they decide that they're fake.
I thought they decided they were real. And then Kyle sucks his balls and he's like...
But Kyle doesn't suck his balls.
I know it's his imagination,
right.
But then they decided that was real, I thought. So.
And I was pretty sure at the end, because otherwise
it goes
Kyle
back
would
and
have
forth.
had...
I can't remember.
But that's a good one. What is it, Kurt Russell?
Kurt Russell, when he goes in, "Hey, why am I here?" Because you were in that movie that was kind of like this. And then he sees the animals. Their eyes are glowing red. They're woodland creatures.
Get out of there!
Get him out of there! They're raping me! Yeah.
The Woodland Critters episode, the first one, is so good
Critter
too.
Christmas?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you don't... Like, I love that they set it up that he's not telling a story at first. That it's like what you think the episode is, and then you learn Cartman's telling the story to the kids at school as like his book report or something. And I love that because I thought that this is where the episode was going, and then you learn it's just Cartman telling this fucked up story, and it made it even better.
I do love the little critters in the Imagination Land episode when the evil creatures are trying to decide what to do, and they're like, "We should kill them," and all this stuff. And he's, "Hey guys, we could do better than that. What if we cut out their eyeballs and pee in the eyes?" It's fucking absurd.
The friendliness of their tone.
I know. And then Jason Voorhees or whatever is like, "Jesus Christ." I think my favorite episode, although I've seen it so many times now that I wouldn't want to like rewatch it, probably is the World of Warcraft one, because it's like
that is a good one.
It's one of the first ones where Randy really stood out to me as being. Like,
they won
one
an
of the
award
funniest
for that
characters.
one too.
What's that?
They won an award.
They should. It was amazing.
Yeah,
there's just so many lines in that are just superb.
Yeah.
I'm just a noob.
Yeah.
How do you kill that has no life?
Yeah. I love when Randy. There's no dialogue to it, but when they tell him that, your son's character might already be dead, and he's like, "Oh my God," it drops the cup. But then he runs out into the street, guys driving up, and he just yanks him out of the car and punches him. And then when he gets to Best Buy, there's like a kid at the demo station. He just runs and punches him.
See, this is when I used to like Randy. Like, Randy's too much involved now.
Yeah, he's too over
He
the
needs
top.
to be that side character that randomly does some funny ass shit.
He was also great. Randy's my favorite character.
Yeah, used to be.
He was great as in the baseball episode when they keep winning and he fight.
Oh, when he takes off his shirt?
Yeah, well, and he goes,
I ain't hear no bell.
Yeah, hey, bet that. I didn't hear no bell. And then at the end when he jumps to the
Give me my
You're the
fucking
best.
keys.
God damn it, South Park.
That always
where he gets cancer in his
Oh,
balls.
yes, the balls.
Yeah,
the hoppy
medicinal
hops.
fried chicken.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I love when he's trying to, he's got his
80s
balls.
love
So
In,
you
them.
bounce around on them.
Yeah.
well, he's got his balls in the
Microwave.
He goes, Stan, can you grab Daddy a beer? And then Sharon comes in. It's like, stop trying to give yourself cancer. I just need a little cancer, hon. Oh, I used to be able to
that's
get
good.
my friend Carter to laugh every time because when they're sitting around the poker table and they're asking him, like, how is it with the ladies? And he's like, dude, the chicks love them. And you know the best part about it? If I get tired, I can just sit on my balls.
He's got a little, like a wheelbarrow for him.
Yeah.
And then the hoppy hop song where they're going around like the
Yeah.
Benny Hill kind of stuff.
That episode itself is good too, because that's when the KFC leaves South Park. So then, like, Cartman
Oh, yeah.
takes over this guy's like black market KFC ring.
That's when they're in the alleyway and he's like, what are you cutting this with, Boston gravy?
and he just does it so he can eat more food.
Yeah.
Like, doesn't do it because he wants to make money or anything. He does it for that.
The alley reminded me of the episode with the motorcycle guys who...
The gay one?
Yeah. But I just love when they stop him in the alleyway and Butters, and they go, hey, kid, what are you, a faggot? And he's like, not yet, sir. I'm just bike curious. It's one of my favorite lines of South Park. Such a good line. And then Butters bottom bitch.
Yes, that's a really good episode.
Yeah.
Butters is also one of those characters that I'm glad they haven't focused too much on. Like, they do occasionally.
Yeah.
He
And
has his own episodes.
Yeah, which is fine once in a while. Like, it's not like Randy with everything going on with his marijuana. He's the main character the last, like, 5 seasons.
Yeah, because everybody likes him. So that's the
I
one
think
they're going to focus
much.
on.
It's too
I
much.
just love when he's like, yes, I know what you are saying. I think you got, nah, I'm saying.
No, I'm saying that's what you were saying.
The
I love the Chinese food restaurant guy.
shit.
City Walk is
Yeah.
the place, but
Goddamn Mongolian.
Yeah. I love when they have
thank
him
you
build
for
the
choosing
wall.
She Airline. You don't have a lot of choices in Airline. You choose your wrong one.
The worst part
that's
is
what
that Mike also does this voice when we're at Hibachi.
Yeah. That's what they offer. They're like, where were they trying to get? Canada? And they're
Yeah.
like, we need to get to Canada. He's like, okay.
$49.95. Yo, it's $69.95.
He starts off at like 6,000. They were like, how about $49.50? And then he's like, $49.50.
75.
Yeah.
There's just so many different episodes that are, I don't know, are great. There's what is it? It's that fight scene that literally they did a scene for scene off that fucking movie with
The fight with Wendy?
No. That's a good one too.
Yeah,
Cartman
yeah.
and Wendy fighting.
They're talking about cock magic.
No, Tweak. I think it's Tweak and Craig.
Yeah. They fight?
Yeah, they have a
Tweak
they
and
fight.
Craig.
Or no, it's the cripple fight. I think because that's another one.
Jimmy and
and Timmy.
The Tweak
Jimmy
and Craig
and
one is
Timmy.
in like animated, like Japanimated.
Is it?
Yeah,
I mean,
they
there's
have, like
that
they have,
one.
like cut scenes of like, and they're both like anime.
Well, I think that's a different episode.
That's the Tweak and Craig one.
Well, I mean, there's literally an episode called Tweak and Craig.
Yeah, where they're like supposed to be in love.
There's that one too. That one's a good one.
Tweak and Craig.
Or the episode where Cartman tries to make it seem like Kyle's gay. So yeah, there's an episode that is called Cartman Finds Love, where he tries to get the two African American
Cupid Me, right? It's the first Cupid Me?
I think it might be the first
Yeah.
Cupid Me, yeah. But he tries to get the two African American people that are in the school to hook up, but Kyle wants to date her.
Yeah.
But then he keeps trying to tell everybody that him and Kyle are gay so he can have this thing. That's a hilarious episode too.
Yeah, it's not
Cartman
bad.
is one of those characters throughout the show that always has a way to make things funnier. When he's Dog the Bounty Hunter
Yeah.
is so fucking good. That's also another amazing episode where
Coon and
Ike,
Friends.
the fucking kindergartner hooks up with the teacher.
Yeah,
that's from that episode. That's so fucking funny. Yeah, that's right. That's the nice episode.
so you're telling me this little boy is sleeping with his teacher? Nice.
Well, no, I
hold on. Let me get him the luckiest boy in the world.
Like, how old is this teacher? What's his name? Oh, it's a she.
Yes.
Wait, it's she with another girl. That's outrageous. No, it's she with a boy.
Oh, so she's ugly?
Yes. Yeah. No, she's actually hot.
Nice. Oh, it's so fucking good. Because I do
feel
like...
all these sexed up teachers when I was in school?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like that shit that we would say, too.
I went to school with somebody who ended up becoming a teacher and sleeping with one of her students. And then she was on the sex registry.
Yeah, I was going to say, there was a couple in my school that everybody wanted to sleep with her because she was super hot. She left that school, went to another school, and slept with a kid. And we were all very disappointed. Nice. But then we had the opposite, where male teacher was sleeping with a female student. Nobody was like nice on that. Everybody was like, "That fucking sick bastard."
We had a couple teachers who we all suspected were sleeping with a very specific student. We were like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure they're hooking up."
Yeah. But. Yeah, this one was eventually proven, and then he went to another school and did it again, and then got arrested, and yeah.
One of my favorite teachers ended up marrying a student. Like when he was younger. Like when I had him, he was older. But she left, and then I forgot what to say.
Okay,
can I just say the whole thing?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. So she left and graduated or whatnot, and then that's when they started dating. So he waited till it was probably legal, but everybody was always like, well, I wonder if it started early.
No, I definitely did. Yeah. And that it always reminds me every time I hear stories like that, obviously, God damn it. That's My Boy. With Adam Sandler. Yeah. That whole premise of him sleeping with his teacher.
I love when she takes him in the back room and he's like, all right, are you going to give me a B? He just starts saying stuff.
Doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Yeah. Yeah, that movie is so fucking funny. It's funny to me because a lot of people don't like it, and it's a bomb at the box office. Yet to me, it's one of those Adam Sandler movies that reminds me of Billy Madison, Happy Gilmore. Like, it's that level, and it's that fucking funny.
Dude, the wedding scene, I always see clipped on YouTube and TikTok and stuff.
With him and Vanilla Ice, or when he's yelling at them at the altar?
When they're at the altar, and he's like, tell him or I'll tell everybody here. And so she whispers at first. He's like, oh, well, that's not that bad. And he's like, you like bitch, you tell him the truth. And then she tells him, and he's like, what? You fuck your brother? Everyone's like, oh my God.
It's secret tickle time.
Yeah.
Oh, that fucking movie. All right, back to South Park. So, Mike, you watched it right when it first came out. Corey was a few years later.
I said when I was 10-ish.
So, a couple years, yeah.
Same the year after it came out.
Did you guys end up watching the movie?
Yeah.
Bigger, longer, and uncut.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fantastic.
Also on that.
Yeah, it's so fucking good. It's a musical.
I love
but
the
it's
mole.
so fucking funny.
Dude, the mole is great.
The mole, yeah.
Yeah. I can't remember what he says when he's dying, but it's fucking hilarious.
He yells about his mom when one of the things he's dying.
I remember when they come to his door and they say something and they say sorry.
Is he French?
Right? Yeah, he's French. So they say something like
fucking shit.
They say something like sorry, and they're like, sorry, was my mother sorry when she tried to abort me in the womb with a post? It's fucking like,
and all the songs are just top notch for fucking. I know that obviously because they have a musical themselves with Book of Mormon, they're very musical and flamboyant type of guys, but those songs are so fucking funny.
And sad they don't have a Christmas special every year, though.
Yeah, I mean, that's what they should really do. They should do, 3 specials a year, and screw the episodes. Just do specials.
I mean, isn't that what they've been
Simpsons
doing?
does a Halloween episode every year, which is great.
They did do specials on Paramount.
Oh, yeah, but they weren't specials about, holidays he's talking about.
No, but
that's just because Paramount gave them a bunch of money.
I know. And all those episodes were meh.
Yeah, they were meh. None of them were terrible. They were just meh.
Yeah.
Streaming Wars was meh. Yeah. Where they go into the future was meh.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that one.
Yeah.
I didn't mind that one just because it was a little funny to see Cartman.
As a Jew?
Yeah, as a Jew. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, but yeah, the I think I probably when I was a kid saw that movie like 20 times. It's just so fucking funny. Terrence and Phillip, everything.
Operation Get Behind the Darkies. Yeah.
That's another one. I don't speak hip hop.
Yeah. Have you heard of the Emancipation Proclamation? I don't listen to hip hop.
Yeah, that's a good one. The Mothers Against, because it's supposed to be like Mothers Against Drunk Drivers that they're making fun of, but Mothers Against Canada. Yeah, MAC, I think is what they were calling themselves. What was it? Gratuitous violence and something else is okay, but swearing isn't.
Yeah,
was like their motto. And then that's the Kyle's mom's a big fat bitch, biggest bitch in the whole wide world. Yeah,
Kyle's
don't you do
it?
I'm warning you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. And yeah, there's just so many fucking scenes in that one. That George Clooney is in the fucking movie as the doctor.
Yeah, all I can remember is
he takes
George
the baked
Clooney
potato.
is the smug cloud. Kyle and them moved to the Prius episode.
Yeah, the Prius episode.
But George Clooney, it's like, oh god, all the smug from San Francisco is going to collide with the smug
his acceptance speech.
Yeah, George Clooney's acceptance speech.
Yeah. So for the movie, did you guys theater or watch it after it came out?
I watched it later.
Yeah, that same here. I don't think I would have been allowed to go.
I was gonna say, my mom didn't even really like that I watched the show, but like it was on Comedy Central, so it wasn't hard to get on the TV when no one was around.
Right. So. Same with you, Mike. Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. I couldn't watch it on the main TV because then I would get in trouble.
My mom
but
didn't
if I was
like
watching it on
the
my
Simpsons.
TV,
She thought the Simpsons were.
Oh, see,
they
always
were
watched
back in
that.
the day.
Like my dad watched that, and we all thought that was funny. And then Futurama was another one I never really had an issue watching.
Yeah. Although they have some very adult things in there too.
Yeah. I wonder if she just didn't care
because
I know it's on Hulu. I gotta watch it.
I gotta watch it at some point too. I kind of forgot where it left off, though, if I'm being honest.
They've ended that show like 7 times,
I know,
and they've all been good fucking endings.
Yeah.
And now we're doing it again.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to complain because some of their episodes are fucking hilarious, or some of them are really well done.
I always like the ones with Nixon. Ted.
Oh, yeah.
Kiss my splintered wooden ass.
But yeah, so for South Park, do you guys remember a time where you kind of like, did you guys ever watch it weekly as it came out as you were growing up?
No.
Or was it just, it's on, I'll watch it, and there's reruns?
At least when I was growing up. Once I hit like high school, college, I think I watched it when new episodes came out.
Yep.
I usually just binge watch like a couple episodes at a time, and then I did the same thing with like Rick and Morty. Like I didn't watch them as they came out. I'd watch like a couple of them, and then
I don't
do something else. Then they'd be like, "Oh, all the episodes are out." Like, okay, I'll watch all of them.
I don't think I had watched all the episodes like that had come out before I got to college until I got to college because my roommate in college had like he had tons of money, so he would buy like everything on DVD and stuff. Although you do that too, but you buy a lot of like TV show seasons.
Not anymore. I used to.
Yeah, you used to. But so
now
he would
everything's fucking on streaming.
He would buy tons of it, and so he had all the South Park.
I have like books of the seasons. Like, up to like season 10 or something.
So I remember.
Well, Matt and I used to birthday. I'd buy him one. Christmas, we'd buy each other like one, and then my birthday, he'd buy me one. So he'd have season 1, I'd have season 2, he'd have season 3, I'd have season 4, and we did that for like 20 seasons, and then we're just like, no reason.
Well, now it's all on streaming anyway.
Yeah.
So
on multiple different streaming things. I think it's on Hulu. It's on.
I thought Paramount. It was exclusive to Paramount now.
The new ones are.
I guess I thought all of it was.
And I think it's on HBO. No, it's on HBO Max.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Or now it's just called
Max.
Fucking stupid.
I think it will all be going to Paramount.
Probably eventually.
Yeah.
I've been watching a lot of DC on Max lately.
It's great.
Except that it's Max.
What?
Just their app is bad compared to what it used to be.
I mean, it's a lot better than like Paramount.
Oh, Paramount's awful.
It's a lot better than literally everything except maybe Netflix and I'm just gonna say
Disney.
Netflix.
Disney's is good.
Disney's fine. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Fucking Amazon sucks.
Yeah, Amazon sucks.
Showtime's not bad. Showtime's isn't bad. Showtime reminds me a lot of
Stars. I don't like because if you watch it on one device on the same profile and you go to the next one, it doesn't like save your spot.
Oh yeah, stupid. ESPN's is awful. But yeah, Hulu, Netflix.
Hulu's okay. I just don't like that they.
I watched The Red Sun last night.
The hell is that?
Is that the one where he's Russian?
Yeah,
that's a good one.
And then I also watched Injustice.
Oh, another great one.
Yeah,
based off the game.
What are we talking about?
DC. Movies. Animated.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But Injustice is based off the video game where Joker basically
kills Lois Lane.
Well, he basically tricks Superman into killing her.
Yeah.
And then he blows up Metropolis with a nuke.
Yeah.
And then Superman kills him and basically decides that, basically becomes a fucking dictator. And Batman stands up against him. It was basically the storyline Zack Snyder was going to head down and then never did.
Well, they got taken away from him.
I get why. I'm just saying.
Red Sun he becomes a dictator too.
Well, yeah. Red Sun, he's found in Russia instead of Kansas, and they turn him into like their champion. Yeah. And then Lex Luthor,
the people's hero.
You guys take any opportunity to talk about Marvel or DC.
Well,
you saying I watched last night?
Yeah, they have a lot of good DC animated movies. Too bad their live action suck.
Yeah, I've just started watching a lot more of them. I've seen a couple other ones.
You should watch Young Justice.
I want to watch. Did you say the Flash Paradox is on there?
Yeah, that's really good too.
I want to watch that after watching the live action. My next one was going to be
War.
War is like the first one of the Justice League ones that they have. It's like the one that established the characters they first meet and stuff in it. Yeah, and they fight Darkseid.
I didn't know there was a character like. Is it Plastic Man?
Plastic Man. There's also the what's he
used
called?
to be an
Plastic Man
villain.
Used to be a thief. Yeah. And he was on like his fourth like strike basically.
Yeah, because in Injustice he does really well.
Yeah, Plastic Man's awesome. He's also like really OP, I guess too.
Well, he's indestructible.
Yeah.
Hey guys, South Park.
There's also an Elongated Man, who's more of a detective.
So back to South Park, you fucking fucks.
Hey, the podcast will steer where we want to talk. We will get back to South Park.
The podcast steers where KJ steers it.
Speaking of superheroes, let's talk about Coon and Friends.
Coon and Friends is good.
See how I did that?
Yeah. I preferred the original Coon better than the when they started doing all about Marvel stuff about making $1 billion.
Oh yeah. First we make our Netflix series.
Yeah. Well, we can't put the black guy in his own standalone movie until Phase 3.
I also liked Captain Hindsight.
Yep.
He flies in and goes, they should have put fire escapes there and there. Thank you, Captain Hindsight. He flies off.
What, Mintberry Crunch?
Mintberry Crunch. Who ended up being like from another planet.
Yeah,
that was great.
That was good.
And then you had Kenny as
Mysterion. Mysterion. And then he keeps being like, his mom keeps giving birth to him. That's his origin story. Like
right.
he keeps dying, but she just gives birth to him at the same age, same memory, same all that stuff. Yeah, it's super weird. But that's a good one.
That's the first game, right?
It's the second game. Stick of Truth was the first one, wasn't it?
Yes. Yeah. Stick of Truth is the first one. Fractured Butthole is the second one. And then they have the third one that comes out next year.
What's that one?
3D one.
The third one is the 3D one. Yeah. The Snow Day is what it's going to be called.
Yeah.
And and it's co-op.
I saw a picture of Cartman in it, though, and it looks fucking ridiculous.
Yeah, so that's my issue with it. Like, the first two games look identical to the TV show.
Yeah.
Fucking identical, and it looks awesome. It's like you're playing the game, playing the show.
Yeah, I like that.
This one in 3D, I'm skeptical of it, but I like the idea of being able to go anywhere in the world and be able to do that. But
they do have episodes where they're, 3D.
Yeah.
So I wonder if it'll start out regularly and then
switch.
like there'll be a reason why it's in 3D.
I hope so, because the other games
you got to think
so
like
fucking stupid and good.
You got to think like the creators, what is it, Trey Parker and Matt Stone?
Yeah.
Like they'll probably recognize that like it looks funky in 3D. So there's probably going to be like some kind of like reason.
I hope so, just because one of the reasons I love playing the games, besides that they were fun to play, is it looked like an episode. So if we're going away from that, explain it. Although I like the idea of being able to go anywhere in the town as an open world game without having to do a side scroll thing.
Right.
But there's something about that side scroll thing that was so interesting compared to other games
because
that
you don't do it.
Correct.
Right.
Yeah. And now we'll have the 3D version, so we'll see. And it's co-op, so that'll be fun too.
Yeah.
Fish Sticks is a
Fish
great
Sticks
episode.
is a
You like fish? You gay fish?
Yeah, that's a
fish
great
I love
episode.
when he accepts it and he jumps in the water.
Yeah,
He's
and he
like,
becomes a
I've
gay fish."
accepted it. I
Yeah.
am a gay fish.
And the Kanye episode with Kim with
Bitch, you
You
sure
a
you're not a
hobbit?
hobbit? Yeah, I love
that's
that.
such a good one.
Yeah. She is not a hobbit. Hobbit.
Where'd you say you went with that old wizard or old man or whatever the hell he said?
Yeah.
That's a really good
That
one.
reminds me of the Snooki episode too.
Oh, Snooki watch
Smush Smush. Yeah.
That's a really good one.
Yeah.
So the PlayStation one, I think it's called Black Friday, and then A Song of Ass and Fire, and then
Yeah.
Titties and Dragons.
Titties
It's a
and
3-part
Dragons.
episode.
I remember that one.
Yeah, that's
The,
a good one.
You know what that reminded me of for some reason? The Smush Smush one was the Civil War reenactment when they get so drunk and Cartman uses it
Off
to
the
like take
peppermint
over.
or the schnapps, the
Whatever it was. But
butterscotch schnapps.
Yeah. And Cartman takes over the Confederacy and like they convinces them they're gonna win and basically conquers all of Colorado and they're about to sign it over and they sober up. It's great.
Awesomeo.
Awesomeo, are you a pleasure bot?
Awesomeo's a really good episode.
Wake.
Did you just fart? Robots don't fart.
That's the thing that gave it away.
Oh, it's a stinky fart.
I love when they're using him to create movie ideas. He's like, all right, so Nicolas Cage. Just keep saying Nick Cage.
Casa Bonita
Yeah.
is another really good one, and they bought the restaurant and have put millions of dollars into it to make it
was
like this
the
big
Awesome
experience.
movie pitching part with the Rob Schneider. Rob Schneider is
As
a
a
stapler.
kid.
No, that's in from the movie.
Oh, that's from the movie.
That's from the movie, so it's
Rob
during the
Schneider
previews.
is a carrot.
Yeah. And we definitely missed our opportunity to have Rob Schneider sign a stapler. Should have done it.
Yeah.
Should have done it. That one still haunts me.
Yep.
Um,
To be fair, I think we wouldn't have had the cool conversation we had with him.
yeah, I know, but still, it would have been fun. I would have came back after and be like, "Hey, we talked before. You want to sign the stapler?"
Oh yeah, after having
Yeah.
him sign the stapler. Yeah. I thought you meant after doing the stapler.
No,
I was like,
no,
I don't
no,
think
no.
that'll work.
The Memba Berries.
Oh, I remember.
You remember? I remember. The episode where they turn into anime fighters. They all have like
Oh yeah. They throw the ninja star into
Butters.
Butter's
And he
eye.
gets him
Butter's
in the
Eye.
eye,
Yeah.
I always like the wrestling episode too.
Oh, that's such a good
That's
fucking
not real
It's Dookie's job.
I love when they
So
get
good.
to that point and he's like, "If you keep this up, I'm gonna be out of a job."
And then
They're
the
they're
one guy in the thing goes,
they go,
Dookie's job.
they took your job, and then they start,
Dookie's job.
and then as the rooster,
But that originates from the episode where people are coming back in time to
the
work
Goobacks, the Goobacks,
the
I think they're
Goobacks,
called.
yeah. And the big gay pile. Let's go get in the big gay
Oh, that
pile.
reminds me of the Alexa episode where I forget the guy's name, the guy with red hair and like long. He's the hick with red hair.
The bartender?
No, he's not a bartender, but
Jimbo?
he's always at the bar.
Jimbo?
I can't remember. He has long red hair. And
No,
like
not Jimbo.
He's got like a,
I know what you're talking about. They got the
mustache,
mustache. Yeah.
but he's supposed to be an Alexa, and he's just not doing the job or whatever. But they go like Jimbo, beep boop beep, and then
I don't even
great.
remember that one.
You don't remember that one?
No.
It's when they can't find work, so they get rid of the Alexa devices, and they all become like personal assistants.
There's the Simpsons Did It episode, which is a really good episode. Because literally the Simpsons have been on so long that they've done nearly everything.
Yeah.
And keep coming up with ideas that then
I don't even remember
other
that guy's
shows-
name. It's like the nerdy guy who's Professor Chaos's sidekick that keeps going, Simpson
yeah.
did it.
Yeah. Professor Chaos is so good. I like that that's your name in our Chaos League.
Yeah, instantly when you said Chaos League, I was like, oh, my team name is Professor Chaos.
Yeah. Obviously, Imagination Land we talked about, which is phenomenal. Yeah. Make Love, Not Warcraft we talked about, which is phenomenal. Scott Tenorman Must Die.
Oh, yeah.
Those episodes. And then the follow-up.
No, horsey, Scott couldn't like that. Stop sucking up the horse.
The chicken episode with the...
Chicken fucker?
The chicken fucker and Officer... What's his name? Barbrady? Yeah, Barbrady. Solves the crime. And he's like, you learned to read. But why did you have to fuck chicken? To teach him to read.
I think that's season 1 or 2. Too.
Yeah,
that's early.
Scott Tenorman's pretty early, too.
Season 5.
Yeah, I love that one.
And then the follow-up where you learn that Cartman's dad is actually Scott Tenorman's dad.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. Okay. Like, that's, 10 years later, they do, episode 200, 300, something like that. It's a big, reveal thing of who Cartman's dad is.
I guess I missed the episode.
Or maybe it's his Cartman's mom,
where he loses they lose the house and they move into the
hot dog. They move out of there in the newest season, but
the hot dog place.
Yeah. But yeah, so they had to move in there because Cartman didn't want
her to work, so they lost the house or something.
Yeah.
What's the episode with the he wants an iPad and she gets
to fuck me in the Best Buy?
Yeah, but I don't remember what happens.
It's Human Centipede.
Oh, human centipede. That is a good one.
Kyle, do I eat this or
Kyle,
do I eat this?
Should I eat the crawfish or the vanilla paste? Vanilla fish. Okay, I eat the crawfish. Oh no, crawfish not selling, Kyle.
And then the Best Buy.
He didn't read the terms of it.
Didn't read the terms.
And then they're like, okay, we'll let you go. Just sign here. And he goes, no, it still won't learn to read.
But yeah, that's the episode where Cartman wants an iPad and you gotta fuck me in the Best Buy. You want to take me to dinner first before you fuck me?
Why don't you get a cigarette? Because I like to have enough smoke after I get fucked.
Yeah. Not even a courtesy lick before you fuck me?
Yeah.
Oh, God, that's such a good episode. I was trying to think of the hamster episode was the pandemic. No, there's that one too.
That one. Yeah.
Yeah, the pandemic.
That's the guinea pigs.
Oh, was it guinea pigs?
Yeah, and they start a Peruvian band.
Yeah.
And then
is that the episode where where they're talking about Indiana Jones getting raped?
No.
That's a good one too.
Yeah.
How about Finger Bang?
Oh, the boy band. Yeah, it's a fucking great episode. It's so catchy too.
I like the one.
I thought that was were you saying the Peruvian band flute? They become Finger Bang.
No, it's a different one.
I like the one where they go to the.
Is that the Christian rock band? They have the Christian rock band. That's not the Faith.
No, that's
Faith
a different one.
Faith Plus One.
Yeah, that's Faith Plus One.
Such a good album cover.
I like the one where they go to the reenactment town, and him and Butters have to be pals or whatever and hold hands.
Oh yeah, and hold hands.
But then the people can't break character, so they have where do they get they're getting robbed by a Hans Gruber kind of guy or something. It's fucking great.
Yeah, there's so many. There's just so fucking many episodes that they have. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So
the Pee-Pee's Playland.
Oh,
everything is the pee-pee.
When Randy, this is early Randy being great, but when he thinks he thinks alcohol. Well, he says alcoholism's a disease, and he gets in the wheelchair and shaves his head like he has cancer. And then they have the Bloody Mary that's bleeding out of its asshole.
Oh, yeah.
But he gets in line, and all these people are trying to be cured from cancer and stuff. And he's like, I have an incurable disease. I need to be first. And he cuts the line. But I always like the part where it shits blood out of him. He's just like, oh. It's fucking great.
There's just so many.
The Catholic priest episode is great, too, when... I forget what the priest's name is, but the one from the town goes and says, we need to do something about these
raping the children. Yeah, all these boys keep telling everyone.
Yeah,
Wait, what?
Say what? Yeah, it's great.
So video games, there's been a lot. The first one came out in 98, a year after the show came out.
That's a Snowball one, right?
It's just called South Park. Then there's South Park, Chef. Yeah, it was for N64 and PlayStation.
Yeah.
Then there's Chef's Love Shack.
Yep.
Then
That
South Park Rally.
Came out for Sega Dreamcast.
It did. Look at you.
I didn't know about any.
I also
other
had
than
that.
South Park Rally. I did have, or Matt had that, and we played, which is basically like Mario Kart.
Yep.
South Park Tower Defense game.
Huh.
South
Must be
Park
mobile.
Tennerman's Revenge.
Nope.
And then Stick of Truth. I didn't realize Stick of Truth was 9 years ago. But yeah, Stick of Truth was 9 years ago. Then South Park Pinball. Then South Park The Fractured Butthole, which was also 6 years ago. Didn't realize that. South Park Phone Destroyer, which is just the mobile app game, which is meh. And then, yeah, Snow Day that comes out next year. Yeah. So they have like 3 good ones, and then some of the other ones were fun back in the day. Like I remember
the original
playing
South Park
Rally.
game was wicked fun. It was
Yeah,
like
back in the day.
007, but
Yeah, but I think
the alien dancing ray.
I don't remember that.
I don't
So one of the
remember that
one of the
game,
weapons you get, you can make people dance, and then you just switch your weapon and fuck them up.
I think you can do that in the newer games too.
Use the alien dancing ray.
Did you
maybe?
ever play? Is it called High on Life?
Yeah,
No. That's
That's
the
the
Rick,
Rick
and
and
Morty.
Morty
Yeah,
game.
you should play that. It's funny.
it is very very funny, and it's on Game Pass for free.
Yeah.
Yeah, I ran through that shit. It was hilarious.
Great. The weapons like interact with that.
And it's Morty's voice,
right. Yeah.
Well, the main weapon, but you get like 6 weapons.
By the way, I just watched or started to watch the new episode. I know you don't watch Solar Opposites, but they changed his voice obviously, and it's the guy from Legion, Dan Stevens, I think is his name. The actor who plays the main character in Legion, though he's British, so
No idea.
it's fucking weird though because they go from Justin Roiland to British guy.
Well, they're saying in the newest season of Rick and Morty, with them replacing him, that they think it might be even better. And I'm
course,
just like,
yeah.
I mean, of course you need to say that, but also, is it gonna be
I
better?
couldn't
don't know.
even get through one episode of the new Solar Opposites. It's just too fucking weird.
Yeah, hopefully because there are so many people that were all over like TikTok and everything when everything was going on with Justin, where they sound almost identical to him. So I hope they try something like that, where it's some of that sounds pretty close. So it's not. I mean, you could make the case that all they have to do is go into a different reality and his voice changes, and they can explain it via canon. But it just would be better if it was something that sounded very similar.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very iconic voice at this point.
Well, and was he not the voice of Morty?
He did multiple voices, but yeah, I think he's the voice of both.
That's what I'm saying. So they're gonna have to change both of them, which is gonna
Well,
suck.
yeah, but there are people on TikTok that literally can do all of Justin's voices.
Well, good, but they won't get hired. So
I
that's the
don't
problem.
know who they hired. I haven't heard who they replaced for it.
It's gonna suck.
Yeah.
But you
Clearly
can't,
they
you
didn't
can't
do it.
hire his ad-libbing is the problem.
Yeah. To be fair, some of his ad-libbing was probably a problem for how much he did it and how much stuff they wasn't funny.
Yeah, but interdimensional cable.
Yeah,
it's
I agree.
just him spitting shit out.
I know, you could
nonstop.
tell when those episodes when he's just losing it laughing at himself.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are really good.
Little bits.
Yeah. But it reminds me of Robin Williams, who did the voice of Genie for Aladdin.
Yeah.
And during that, so many of his bits in that movie, he's just ad-libbing. So then they had to have their animators animate the stuff that he was saying and doing while he was, ad-libbing. Because they're like, that's great. We love that. So similar with Justin, he would say these things, and then they got to have the animators
See, I
basically
feel like
create
it's
it.
better to do it that way, like animate after rather than having them try to talk over animation already done, which is typically how it's done. Because like that show Harmony Quest we liked, they obviously recorded the sessions and then the animation came in after, and I thought that always added, like it was better because of that probably.
I thought so.
Well, not to mention you can't really do it before in that scenario.
Correct.
But, yeah.
All right. So you had asked me, but we didn't talk to Mike or you. So favorite episode of South Park, Mike? Do you have a specific? I know we've just rattled off probably around like 100 of them.
Yeah, I mean, I liked the Game of Thrones episode, the Stick of Truth beginning story. I'm guessing what the game was based on.
Yep, that is a good one. And the game takes it into a whole other direction where you get to do it yourself, which is a lot of fun. And the amount of lore that they put in those games is stupid. How many conversations that you can have, how many things that you can find. You can fight a giant fetus, which is hilarious. I got aborted. It's so fucking good.
Man, Bear, Pig.
Man, Bear, Pig, of course. What about you, Corey? Favorite episode?
I kind of said it was World of Warcraft. Make Love, not World of Warcraft, probably.
Just to get a little bit overdone because you've probably seen it too much.
I've seen it so many times. It's my fraternity nickname was based off it. It's Artard because I'm not an Artard. I just loved Randy in that episode.
Yeah. Again, back when he was like just a part of the show, not the main thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also, good. I mean, the best montage of any of the South Park episodes in that, the Live to Win.
Oh, yeah. Where they're just killing, what is it, boars?
Yeah.
Yeah, getting like 8 XP per one, and it's going to take this long.
And I love the part when, before they get to that point, when they have all the kids there, and he's like coming up with a game plan. And is it Clyde says something like, why don't we just quit? And he goes, you know what, Clyde, during World War II, there was a lot of people who just wanted to quit. They were called the French. Are you French, Clyde? Voulez-vous coucher avec quoi, Clyde?
Yeah, it's just a really good episode. I'm glad they actually, it was like, I think their only award they basically won because they put that one up and won for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good. All right, so let's wrap this bitch up. So what were you trying to pretend to rap?
My penis.
Wrapping your penis?
Yeah, I guess.
That's a first.
Yeah, right? All right. So let's do final thoughts. Corey, final thoughts South Park-wise?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Oh, God. I don't know why I invite you. Mike?
It's fucking hilarious.
It is.
Fuck
really
you. You're supposed to back me up
No,
with the
he's
good.
not gonna back
You
you
always do.
It's better than good, though.
Yeah, that's true. I love South Park.
Well, I will say the earlier stuff is better than good.
Even
the newer stuff. This last season was awful.
It has some hit episodes, and that's good.
Can you name one from this last season?
I don't even know when the last season was.
I haven't
February.
seen the last season.
Yeah.
February, it's on Max. Stop watching DC and watch some South Park.
I'm on a DC kick.
Yeah,
I watched 2.
I can't remember
They're
the
not
episodes,
good.
but to
Yeah.
be fair, I can't remember which season's which with South Park.
The last couple seasons have been hard to get into. The specials have been better than the season, which is not usually something I would say.
Mimsy!
Yeah, Mimsy is a good one. Yeah.
The specials.
Yeah. But yeah, so for me, it's great. It used to be great. For a lot of years, it was really funny. There was always at least 3 out of a 10 episode span that was really good. You'd have another 2 that were good, another 2 that was watchable, and then maybe 1 or 2 that were bad, which to me was always like a good ratio. However, now they're only doing like 6 episodes a season now, which is just, ugh. At this point, I just want them to let it die or just do like a big finale thing or another movie so they can really put the time into it. Or just focus on video games because the 2 video games so far, the 2 newer ones anyway, have been phenomenal. It's fun to play as these characters and just laugh your ass off at some of the crazy shit that you're able to see and do in the games. But we'll see. They'll come out with a new season next year. Maybe there'll be more specials that come out on Paramount. I don't fucking know. But I'll definitely be playing the game next year. Have you played both games?
Mm-hmm. I own both games.
Me too. And Corey, you haven't played them.
I haven't. I think I started Stick of Truth at one point, and then just never got around to
I feel like that'd be a game that you would like because literally it's like RPG.
It's just
yeah, you get to choose like a class.
Yeah.
I used to like RPGs, and now I'm more like action RPGs, like Remnant.
Yeah.
Where you level up, but you're not restricted to.
You level up in
I know,
too.
but
this is turn-based.
But it's also turn-based.
It's turn-based, yeah. Like I used to play the Final Fantasy games, and then
Baldur's Gate, by the way, is also turn-based. That might be why there was some hate on it from certain people.
I'm not a huge fan of turn-based attack games.
But if you're doing D&D, it's literally turn-based.
Yeah, I know. I get it.
Huh. Yeah, but it also feels more organic to me.
I don't know. When you're talking about ungodly amount of choices and 4,000 endings, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But we'll see. I watched a clip of this person that was about to throw a bomb in a thing that was going to set the whole building on fire. And one of the characters turned invisible, walked behind her, grabbed the thing she was about to do to blow up, like the fucking dynamite pack or whatever it is. Grab it, hide it, so then they couldn't, like, blow up. Like, you're not going to do that in many games. There's so many different ways to do things depending on what you roll and decide. I'm very interested in it. I haven't decided if I'm getting it or not, or if I'm going to wait until it drops in price, because do I really want to spend another $60, $70 on that type of game? I don't know, but it seems interesting as hell. Mm-hmm. And eventually I'm going to stop playing fucking Remnant until the DLC come out. We have to beat Apocalypse.
Is that the hardest?
Yeah.
No.
We're doing pretty good on it. We got to a boss.
We got to a boss.
So we are on the hardest right now.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
We've said that like 7 times. I don't know why you're confused.
Because at one point I said that and you were like, no, this is the second. Like you said.
What we were playing on before was when we were running through it.
I guess maybe I'm thinking confused
Nightmare.
by it because it doesn't seem. I don't want to say it's not hard, but I thought it would be harder.
We literally haven't even done
boss.
like 50% to the boss.
I understand, but what I mean is like I thought even the mobs would be an
I
issue.
mean, they do a lot of damage.
Yeah, but I just
But
meant,
you can dodge.
I thought like, I mean, it says good luck. I thought every time you get hit, you're dead, pretty much.
You get hit twice, you're dead.
Yeah, but I felt like when I got hit twice before, I died.
Right, so try it from the story mode with a new character, because you have a character that has like plus
That's true.
20%
Yeah, well,
health.
that is probably.
I will
Plus
not be
20
doing. I will
stamina.
not be doing this game on Apocalypse starting out.
Yeah,
it's
like
not
if you're a
happening.
0/0 character
Fuck
with no fucking
that.
traits and you're
Plus,
trying to do Apocalypse,
we got no life on our team, so
Yeah, you know it.
and your guns do like 14 damage.
Yeah, back in the early days. That's
Like,
why
I'm
this
sure
game was difficult on normal, or what we're calling normal, when we first started out, because we didn't have many relics, we didn't have the guns, we didn't have the
But we
armor.
didn't start at normal. We started on veteran.
I called that normal because I called the other one Survivor easy. So it's easy, normal, hard, and then expert.
The story is like normal. It's still hard.
Survival isn't that hard.
It is.
That's, I mean, not when you have the guns we have. I've literally run through that like
That's what I'm
100
saying,
times.
like-
So that's all for South Park.
Yeah, we're back to Remnant.
Yeah. So next week we're gonna be talking about Blue Beetle. It comes out today? Actually today. Yeah, it's out in theaters today. But yeah, we're seeing that Saturday. So yeah, we'll discuss that next week.
Tomorrow?
Maybe we'll have your.
No,
No.
today's Thursday.
Yeah. I was gonna say, well, you can go there tomorrow. We won't be there.
I
Blue
think
Beetle
I'm
came
gonna
out
have
today.
to.
That
Oh,
comes
you
out
have to go
Friday.
some other time. Yeah,
Or
Corey's not gonna watch
Sunday,
the
I guess
movie.
I could go after showing.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Oh, you're not going to see Blue Beetle?
No,
Can't.
he's got.
I forgot that this Saturday, like I had planned months ago. My friends were coming over from high school.
He has like a yearly thing.
Yeah,
with his high school
I just
friends.
we hadn't talked about it till like literally yesterday as a reminder. So I was like, oh yeah.
Yeah, of course, a terrible person.
Yeah.
But maybe your wife joins us. Maybe Casey joins us for the podcast next week. We'll find out. Maybe both of them if Corey doesn't see it.
Corey's not going to see it.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna see it.
Oh,
I've
he's
been
gonna
excited
see
for
We're
it.
going to talk it up no matter if
Watch
it's good
Young
or
Justice, and then you'll be more excited to see it.
bad. What?
I don't know.
Blue Beetle's in Young Justice.
I will say this
Wow.
movie is getting panned like a motherfucker. So
Panned?
we'll see how it is. Panned is bad.
I'm not excited I'm not excited about the voice of the Beetle, and I'm not excited about fucking George Lopez because I fucking hate George Lopez.
Same.
But yeah, so we'll talk about that next week.